Going live.
All right, y'all, we live. 10/18/2023. Just Us for All, the Mikey Justice Hour. Got my two brothers from another mother in the house. Got the real Phil to my right.
What up, everybody?
And my main man, Odell, OTS, is in the house with us today. What's up, my brother?
What's up, my brother?
Glad to have you, man. Yeah, man. Me too, man. Right before I walked in this thing, man, it was starting to rain out there.
Yeah.
So I hope it's one of them good old quiet, easy rain. Sweep some of these ninjas off the street.
Right.
And don't get too ugly, man. That way, once we get done, man, we might get out of here and go celebrate or something.
Yes, sir.
And with that being said, like I said, this is the 18th day of October, and the year is 2023. What's up to family, friends, and everybody that's watching? Appreciate your support as always, and yeah, we're going to talk about that a little bit in a minute, too. With that said, man, want to give an early birthday shout-out to my main man, Phil, in a couple of days.
Well, right on now.
You know, he tends to fabricate a little bit about his birthday and his age, so I'm going to keep all that to him and let him tell y'all as much about that as he want to tell you. But what I will say is that I'm glad that he's older than me. I don't care if it's by a few seconds, a few minutes, a few days. Like I said, you older than me, and that's all that matters.
Right.
If I had a twin brother and he came out 4 minutes before me, I'd still be driving him about ninja, you're older than me. You hear me?
But you know the oldest get the biggest piece of chicken, man. You know. So.
Yeah, and the oldest clock out first too. So like I said, I don't care if it's 4 minutes. You're getting out of here before me. You're older than me. Your hair gonna start receding before mine. Your teeth gonna start riding. Your hair gonna turn gray. All that, man. You're older than me. You know. I don't know if he want to tell y'all how old he is, but I'm gonna say this: he ain't quite Curtis Jackson. He ain't 50 Cent. He ain't 2 quarters yet.
Right.
But I will say he's like a quarter.
I'm on the cusp.
2 nickels, a dime, and a penny, and y'all can do the math if y'all want to.
All my real people know. all you internet bots. Now y'all keep on guessing.
Yeah, all y'all, some of the Bulldogs, y'all know what's up. And with that being said, what's up, some of the Bulldogs? You know what we say around here. We rocking with the best, and we show love to the rest. And with all that said, what's up, some of the Bulldogs? I want to start out with a little Mike Justice today, man.
All right, man.
Yeah, man. 17-year-old, man, Janae Edmondson. You know, that's the young lady that lost her legs in the car accident.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They showed video of her walking for the first time with her prosthetic legs,
well,
man.
how about that?
She looked really good.
Can't keep a good girl down.
When we saw it, me and my people said it looked like she only had one prosthetic leg. So if you, I mean, you walking pretty good. You hear me?
Right. For sure.
I mean, I hate to see something like that. You know, it's never no justice in tragic stuff like that. If you ask me, you hear me?
You can't make it right.
You can't get that back. You know what I'm saying? You didn't deserve nothing like that. But always good to see people thriving and doing good, man.
Indeed.
So, yeah, she gets some Mike Justice for that reason there.
Yes,
My weekly Coach Prime update.
All right.
Because like I said, man, we gonna be permanent cashew riders. We ain't gonna temporarily get on
Just ain't gonna hop on the bandwagon.
Nah, we're gonna ride with you, ride this thing all the way out. So they started off 3-0.
Yep.
Last 4 games, they 1-3.
Yeah.
So if you do that math, that gives them a record of 4-3.
Yeah.
I called it maybe 6-6. Maybe 7-5. You were saying 8-4 at least, maybe. They still got a good chance.
Yeah, that one they dropped to Stanford, that was one I thought they could get. But you never know.
So we would say 4-3. That mean if you say 8-4, that mean
they only gonna lose one more game.
They finna ride that thing on out, huh?
Yeah.
Or you still standing behind it, sir?
Yeah, who they got left? I think they done playing the top teams, right?
They still got Washington. They got Utah. I think they still got USC. Them the teams that
they already played USC, right?
Did they?
I thought they did, and they lost.
They lost.
They lost.
They barely lost.
Yeah, they lost by a touchdown, right?
Well, that's what was so crazy about this game right here, man. Do you know that they were up 29 points at halftime? They were up 29-0.
Yeah, man. All this sports betting,
you know
can't trust it.
Yeah, I know, brother. And we're going to get further into that in a minute. A lot of people say Coach Prime probably chewed them a whole new behind. I was like, man, he probably did, but I still think he said the right thing at the same time. The guys, they're not perfect, man.
Yeah.
And then, Shadir, he had 400 yards, 5 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't even throw his first interception until the second overtime when they lost the game. You heard me?
Yeah.
Like I said, brother, I still haven't really seen all the highlights and broke that game down like I wanted to, man.
Mm-hmm.
But, hey, if you're a sports fan, you have to say that's a hell of a game. For somebody to come back 29 points.
Yeah, that's a lot
and for a small school like that to put up 40, 45 points on a big time college team, man, them cats out there balling, man.
Yeah, they are.
That's just good football, man. I'm a fan of sports, and like I said, this is the best time of the year, man. Everything is going on.
Yeah, it show beat that
baseball.
other time of the year when ain't nothing going on.
well, turn on the news. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't on that, you know what else they talking about and what's going on.
Yeah.
You hear me? And it's enough of that. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
But yeah, like I said, from the standpoint of being a fan, man, you got baseball and it's the playoffs. It's the time when I watch it because I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of boring any other time. You hear me?
Right.
I like golf. If Tiger Woods ain't out there, we ain't watching it.
Yeah.
Tennis, if Serena Williams out there, Coco Golf, somebody with some of that brown skin. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But it's playoffs, man, and baseball. Then you got the football that's really going strong. Kansas City Chiefs, our Kansas City Chiefs, always in that thing. So that's fun. Then you got NBA finna kick off. You hear me?
Yeah.
All you basketball fans.
They been kind of balling in that preseason.
Oh man, I just said, bro, I'm excited. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a fan, you can't. And then you got old Wembanyama and all this old extra
Speaking
Zion
of,
out there.
Preseason.
Yes, sir.
Our St. Louis University, Yuri Collins signed with the Washington Golden State Warriors.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I was saying that, man. To me, he is a ultimate backup point guard.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a playmaker. I don't see nothing really flashy in his game, but if he stick with it, I figure in a couple of years, the boy gonna be all right, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Yuri Collins, all right. So shout out to him, man.
It was another dude that played for the Warriors from St. Louis. Can't remember his name. I ran into him.
Jordan Goodwin.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
He doing really good, man. I was like, I know his name. We went to see one of their games. Remember?
Yeah.
They played Central Michigan or somebody.
Something like that.
And,
But
him
they
and
was out there
Hassan
clowning.
French, really good game, man. And it happened to be just a little exhibition game. We got some tickets for $5, my friend.
Dang.
Yeah, went down to St. Louis University game. Yeah, that's another thing y'all could do. You ain't got to get shot with your partner and try to hop on everything that's walking. Go see a game or something, man. You hear me? Go have some fun. Live your life, man.
He a cool dude too, man. I ran into him.
Yeah, man. Hey,
a picture.
A lot of cool guys around here. I was telling him one night I was down at the casino. I ran into Ezekiel Elliott. You heard me? When he first got signed to the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? A lot of cool people, man. I done ran into Nelly down there and all that old good stuff, man. So yeah, that's where it's at. A lot of stuff going on around here, man, on the local front, man, that I was going to ask y'all about, man. Did y'all see the 71-year-old that killed the little 6-year-old?
No.
I think I did see that. I think.
Stabbed him to death. You hear me?
Wow.
Saying that it was something that had to do with the Israel and Hamas war. Something triggered him, so basically they labeled it like a hate crime. Me and my family, we saw the story. We saw the videos. We talked about it, man. The whole thing was we was like, when do your parenting instinct kick in? You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
And the reason that we asked that question is because they were saying that the mom ran into the bathroom and the man stabbed this kid over 20. Man, I don't even remember the number, being honest. I think it's 26, but it was a lot of times. And you know how we say, stabbing somebody is a whole different crime, man. Yeah. You got to have something, I honestly think pulling that trigger might be easier than stabbing somebody.
It is.
Because you got to get up on them. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
So we you wouldn't get up but one stab because, we catching that hand when it's coming back. You're going to have to stab me.
Yeah, it's going to be real messy.
You know what I'm saying? It made me feel like that whole Uvalde situation, man. The adult is there to protect the kid. You heard me?
Yeah,
when you run in the bathroom then is that a setup?
Man,
You know what I'm saying? Can you say that you really there for that kid?
that's garbage, man.
Man, all the mothers and people that I talk to, like, man, somebody else would have been dead. It'd have been me because I've been protecting my kid, or he would have been dead.
Yeah, man.
Keeping it all the way 100. You hear me?
Hey, I ain't too familiar with the facts of it, man, but the way it sound like the mother of somebody was there and the kid got stabbed up to death.
Yeah, brother, let me tell you something. They said she went and hid in the bathroom. Me, if I'm running next door to call the police, or I'm running in the kitchen to get me a knife. And
Yeah.
we going to be some stabbing MFs, you hear me?
For
But
sure.
we finna get it cracking. I'm not finna leave my baby out there to defend herself against a man. And if you saw these mugshots, bro,
Yeah, dude.
I was going to have you pull it up, you know what I'm saying? But we didn't have time, and I ain't all for the glamorizing them and all that other stuff. But man, he looked so puny and weak. He looked drunk. He looked beat up, like he had a couple of scratches and scars on him, man. But you know, any female that I know, bro, around these parts would have took somebody like that to shreds. You hear me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when it come down to my kid, man.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy, man.
you know, if y'all get a chance to go back and check it out, man, check it out, and then you know, once you have your facts a little bit straight, probably ask you about it next week, and we'll see what's up, man.
So was he
Crazy.
related to the kid in any way?
Bruh, I don't even remember. I don't know. I think they were saying they were neighbors, if I'm not mistaken. You hear me? But yeah, man,
So-
you know, that's how much stuff been going on around here. Like, I wanted to get off into it, and it was so highly publicized. I thought y'all definitely heard that story. You know what I'm saying?
I heard it in passing, man, but I wasn't too up on it. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
but man, to hear that I thought he caught the little dude off guard or something, man. But to hear that it was actually another adult in the situation,
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah, man. Then, you know, in other news, man, you know, they charged Matthew McCullough, Bob McCullough's son. Did you hear anything about that?
I did.
Did you hear anything about that?
No.
Yeah, and, yeah, man, I'm trying to get that old 3 out of 5 ain't bad going. So if anybody see that number on the screen, y'all can call in if you want to play. If you want to just make $50 to $100, you know what I'm saying. If you're watching the show right now, you want to support, you want to make some money, y'all can call in and y'all can play 3 out of 5 ain't bad. But anyway, yeah, like I was saying, man, did you happen to see that story about Matthew McCullough?
Yeah, you know, and let me back it up. First, I saw the story about a shooting
Right
at a trunk or treat,
Yeah, exactly.
and they said that some guy
right.
pulled his pistol out and just decided he was going to shoot in the air and he's going to break up the trunk or treat, and everybody tackled him and.
Doesn't hit so hard nowadays because it's the new normal. You hear
Right,
me?
yeah,
So
yeah.
didn't seem too far fetched from some of the other garbage that we see every day.
Right.
But you know, something smelled a little fishy. You know, like we say, if it walked like a duck. So the more and more you got to hearing about the story, the more and more they elaborated, got to showing it.
Yeah.
Pieces start falling together, and then you know names start coming out, pictures
Right.
start coming out. Matthew McCullough,
Yeah.
Yeah.
son of
Law and Order.
former St. Louis
Yeah.
County prosecutor, Mr. Bob McCullough.
Yeah. That
You know,
guy.
the one that like to just sit in when everybody getting executed and going through the
Yeah.
trial, you know.
Yeah.
Mr. Law Enforcement himself
Yeah.
doesn't have an ounce of
Yeah.
racism or any bone like that
Yeah,
in
don't
his
need
body.
to be recused from no cases.
Nah, you know Mr. Bob McCullough. You know the one that kind of got the little eye that be going where it want to. Yeah, anyway.
y'all know
but
who he is.
yeah, man, that guy.
Yeah.
28 years, St. Louis County prosecutor. You have a name, a reputation, a family name. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
You should be held to a way higher standard. You hear me?
Definitely, yeah.
When you sitting in and got an opinion about everybody else's situation, and
Mm-hmm.
you want to be there when everybody, you know, going through their thing, you there
Right.
to support, give your little opinion. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Because you got the credentials to do it. You were county prosecutor for almost 30 years.
Yeah.
Other than that, no personal agenda, right?
Right.
Okay. So with that being said, you better be You better be on the straight and narrow. You hear me?
Yeah.
I would have loved to have Mr. James Moore on today to talk about somebody like that, because if you watch my show, he don't mind putting certain public figures and their people on blast. You hear me? And with that said, boy, I put all my men into it.
Break your neck.
Boy.
Yeah, but anyway, man, I think it's a very bad mark on their family name, on what they supposed to stand for and everything else, man.
Yeah.
Because you should be just held to a higher standard. For one, I didn't like it because it was a situation that's happening in the midst of the war, all the racism, all the divide. People already feeling some type of way about law enforcement. They don't trust them, for one. That's what rubbed me a certain way about it.
Yep.
I say it also rubbed me a certain kind of way with it being Kirkwood. Because we all know they don't have the best reputation when it comes down to police officers. McEntee, Kevin Johnson, Cookie Thornton. Come on, man. Kirkwood does not have the best reputation when it comes down to trust between the people and the police. So when the police do it to themselves, do they get held to the same standard that we do? Because when we get out here and we making bad moves, we killing each other, we playing Russian roulette, we got unresponsible, we ain't handling guns and everything right. You hear me? St. Louis police, black people and everybody else, we get held to a certain standard. So with you being a person of law enforcement, wearing the name that you were, in a municipality or county that you're in that has that type of reputation, bad move. Bad move, man. Don't look good. Don't look good, man. You cannot get caught with your drawers down when you holding everybody else to that type of standard. You got to hold yourself to that same one, man. So I don't think it's a good move. I think I didn't like that now he's on, they made sure they said unpaid leave. You hear me? But no, man. You should be fired. You should not be even eligible to be a police anymore. Even if it's mental illness, bro. If you're in a situation that you got to put innocent children that only doing something as getting some candy, man, trick or treating. That's the same as jumping rope, riding a bike. That's like going to school. All they're doing is being regular kids,
being normal.
You hear me? And they said this dude let off like 12 shots. And they said at first you heard pop, it's the normal. You don't think nothing, then you keep on hearing it. Now we got to start scattering. We got to start hitting the ground. You hear me?
I mean, and don't give me that it's up in the air either, because every time on New Year's Eve, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't even shoot in the air because you know it's going to come down. And that is absolutely true.
No. Honestly, bro, being in St. Louis, high crime city, I know for a fact that it's a lot of people that don't honestly know how to handle these guns. That's typical, that's cliche, and that's what we are around here. So shooting in the air on New Year's is what the majority of these people think that they supposed to do. So from a trained marksman, I've seen his 100% shot paper. Being a police officer in the military, I will let a trained professional tell you, stupid people, if you just have to shoot, what is the proper way to shoot on New Year's, my brother?
If you gotta shoot into a target, shoot into a berm, shoot into like a dirt berm or something like that.
Okay, what's the whole stereotype about shooting into the ground opposed to shooting in the air? Is that what it do? Is that safe?
No, I wouldn't even say shoot into the ground because it's gonna ricochet. Like, if it's not designed to catch bullets, like, when you go to a range, you got like lead and you got like a dirt berm that's designed to catch the bullets and stop them. You know what I'm saying? Or like an indoor range that's got reinforced brick and all of this stuff to stop the bullets as they go by. So if you ain't made it to where that these bullets ain't going nowhere, then just don't shoot.
I think I've seen a couple stories of people getting hit by bullets that was coming back down out of the sky.
I have too. I've seen videos where grown people have took their kids to those shooting ranges and tried to teach them how to shoot, and the gun backfired and shot the person. And I've seen all kind of stuff like that, man. So I think with him putting children in that type of situation, man, being in that position, man, I think that he should have been 100% just removed from the police force.
Yeah, what we talking about?
Yeah.
Like you said, man, that's the police are professional decision makers.
Yeah.
Should be.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you making bad decisions, you're not qualified to be a police officer. 100.
What did I do with those other scripts I had, bro?
Maybe over here, my brother. Look for me.
I just had them over here.
Maybe down that way. You ain't sit it over there?
Nah, I didn't. Yeah, man, but I'm like, if you're mentally ill, you need to get you some help.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say about it. It's like you should just been all the way removed from the police department.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't want no.
You don't responsibly know how to handle a gun if you're just firing in the presence of children.
If them the type of decisions
like that,
you make, I don't want you to know. I don't want you protecting nothing of me.
Man.
Nah.
Yeah, and with that said, man, just like to mention, that video, man. That video been doing real good, man. Everybody been dropping their top 5 beats of all time, man. I did that. Then I got the Straight Outta Compton video going on online, right, and everything else. Man. So many comments on the beats, man, and people just dropping theirs. I wish we would have did a video now. You hear me?
Right.
Nothing than just to steal, but it was just to try to keep it moving, get that content up. You hear me? We got a lot of cool stuff coming up, man. We got the fundraisers because I'm still trying to get the 100 kids to the dentist.
Yep.
Like I said, I'm waiting on the response. I tried to call the dentist school and just see if we could get some type of building that had the capacity to do as many of them as we could at one time. We eventually are going to try to put up a GoFundMe and all that stuff, man. See who want to help. See if some of these dentists want to hop on some of this stuff, and do it pro bono.
Right.
It's just a whole movement, man. Yeah. Just got my food truck back out the shop, so I'm gonna use this platform and everything to try to showcase that. In the coming weeks, I'm gonna do a couple of dry runs before this weather change. I don't really plan on breaking it out big until that weather change, you know what I'm saying? But probably just decide to do something cool a couple of days, few fundraisers at the park, see if we could raise some of this money that we're going to use to send some of these kids to the dentist.
Right.
Use it to get licensing to be able to run the food truck, put some money into the show, into the business, man. Just do everything we can to just try to pump this thing up a little bit more. You hear me?
Right.
The whole video is about the hip hop. We all students of the game.
Right.
We don't make it no secret that me and Phil, we started doing music and making our own beats at 7, 8, 9 years old.
Right.
I hope to eventually put out some mixtapes or be able to showcase some of my music, use all that talent, and don't just let it all go to waste. You hear me? Since I got the platform to do it. So that's coming too, man. So like I said, look forward to the to some of my music dropping soon. Me coming out with this food truck, trying to get some things going on, doing fundraisers and GoFundMe to try to get these kids onto this dentist, man. Use this platform to try to make America better, man. Yeah. I just want to just eventually we're going to try to work out all the kinks where the show ain't buffering so much. I'm just tired of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because that takes away that live element. You hear me? We do it for these reasons, for people to be able to use their voice, speak their truth, speak their mind, and have a comfortable and honest platform to do it. You hear me?
Yeah.
So that's what it's gonna be about. My man OTS, man, I always try to make sure he's like the young guy. He's the Shamar boy of the show. I use him to you pull the girls in, man. Y'all see that light skin and all them old green eyes, man. So that's what I try to use my boy to be. I say he's the Shamar boy of the show. He'll keep me young and keep me relevant. Yeah, he bridged that gap. Tell us what's up. You hear me? Yeah. So that's what he do. I was gonna tell everybody, that's the next contest, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna raffle my man out for y'all ladies, you know what I'm saying? Y'all win 3 out of 5, call, subscribe, show a little love or something, you know what I'm saying? I set y'all up with a little day with my man's OTS over
here. Get 15 minutes with OTS.
Nice steak. Steak and fries.
So yeah, that's what that's gonna be, man. Yeah, I just want to take it to a whole nother level, man. Try to get more people on deck. Like I said, I'm getting plenty of love and support from non-followers. You know, you got videos that got 40, 50,000 views, 500 likes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But when I go back and scroll that list and check it, man, it ain't nobody that I recognize.
Right.
They only the first 4 or 5 people on top of the list. You hear me?
Yeah.
Come on, man. We can do better than that. You hear me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That local support, man.
All of this is just all of this extra, man, is just to you know, give it some balance, man. You hear me? You don't want to every week be all down. You don't want to be sad. You don't want to be tripping off all this extra. You hear me?
Right.
That was a question that I was going to ask y'all last week too, man, about when I was asking those questions about the war and the government and everything else, man. With you being a man of the cloth, like I said, I'm not no religious expert, and I'm never trying to be, and I'm not trying to put either one of y'all on the spot.
Right.
But everything that I keep hearing about this whole war situation, man, comes down to something biblical and something that was pretty much set in stone a long time ago.
Right. Yeah.
So, like, okay, what I basically got out of it is that they're fighting over territory,
Right.
which we heard before.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As far as what y'all know about it, you know, in just regular layman's terms, you know, nothing too serious. Do y'all really actually understand what they're fighting over and about? Either one of y'all.
Politically, I don't know politically what they're fighting about. But as far as the biblical like aspect,
Yes,
like
sir.
you'll see it talks about in the end times it's gonna be wars and rumors of wars. So it's gonna be all this crazy chaos popping out of nowhere. And you see Israel is like a key place that you find that's all over the Bible and just the role that it plays in a lot of the stories and things that you'll see. So as far as that aspect, that's what I could say. But I haven't looked into it enough to know what it's about. But I know it's Palestine and Iran and stuff like that. That's kind of in aid on this side, and they're like making moves on Israel. So yeah, and I don't know where America stands in all of that. I don't know if they siding against Israel.
No, they siding with Israel.
Right.
Biden is saying America stands with Israel.
100%.
Yeah,
we talked about it all last week.
Yeah.
And then I also seen a video today, man, about them saying that they were going to send more, you know, food and resources and everything there. I'm cool with that. You hear me?
Yeah.
Because it's a sensitive situation. You hear me? Man, I talked to my lady about it. She just broke down because he like, you know, at the end of the day, it's innocent people. You hear me?
Yeah.
And you know how it go. If we ain't the ones that's getting bombed on and it's not affecting us, we have several hours, minutes, and days that go by where things like that don't even cross our mind. You hear me?
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
How much do you guys actually think about it on a daily basis? Do it play a part of your... I trip off of it. I hate it. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I feel blessed. I'm not stupid to the point where I don't think that that cannot happen here.
Right.
That's what was so damning, or whatever they say, about 9/11, because people were so fooled, and they tried to make United States have such a brand, a brand that I said has now been sacrificed by certain people. You hear me? They tried to, you know, make that be the reason why they thought things like that would never happen over here.
Right.
So it hurt them so bad because, you know, when you get stuck and you hit and you see you bleeding and you didn't think that could happen to you, you like, whoa, hold up. You hear me? So it shook them up and it woke them up a little bit. You hear me? So that's why I be like, man, I feel blessed and I feel lucky because I'm like, you know, what make us any different? We could go through the same stuff. You hear me? So I think about it a lot, man. I don't know how much you guys think about it.
I do too, man, because people, just like you said, take the peace, the quote unquote peace. Man, I put quotes around that because it's really not real peace.
Yes, sir. I understand, man.
But it's the mindset. You feel like it's peace, and people like look past. We have a culture here. We look past all of the problems that's like we see going on, the school shootings, all the problems you talk about. A lot of people turn a blind eye because they want to. It's me and mine. As long as me and mine good, I don't care until it touch my door. And that's what ends up hurting everybody, because when everybody thinks like that, the problems are just going to sprout out of nowhere. Nobody will be prepared because nobody hit their hands or heads together figuring out how they can make their community a better place. So
Great point, man. Yeah, it made me think about like the stupidity and like stuff people be on. Remember, we talk about it all the time. Remember, I told you I got into it with one of my partners, man, because when that shooting happened a couple of years back at the concert when they got shut up all those people, and I was like, man, dude, like ambushed like 500 people at one time. You hear me? And he made the typical comment. He say, man, I was just glad there wasn't no black people.
Crazy.
Dude, my left hand cocked back so far. I was finna put all my military on home. For real, man. Because that's a very stupid and irresponsible, immature, and childish statement, and very racist to make. So you know, what's good for the goose, man? You can't always be calling them racist and talking about them if you on the same stuff.
Right.
And that's why I made the comment last week when I say, well, I don't know if I'm racist. And I want to make sure that I said that today. You hear me? Because for sure, I know that I'm not racist, bro. But I'm not the kind of people just so naive, man. We so perfect, we so innocent, we never think we do nothing wrong.
Right.
We can never take responsibility.
No kind of self-reflection.
You hear me? So you might be guilty of it without even knowing. You hear me? If you shunning other people, looking down on them, condemning them, treating them some type of way because they think different, look different, breathe different than you, then you racist.
Especially
and that's just what it is.
Or at least prejudice
or whatever the word is, bro. I call it all the same.
Right.
If you're not treating people equal, not treating them the way that you expect to be treated, then you're wrong. You can put whatever title, whatever word you want to put on it.
Well said, my brother.
Yeah, it is what it is, my brother.
Yeah.
So another thing, man, like he said, man, a great point, man. He said people don't go to war, man. Government go to war. And I was like, boy, it's so easy to push that button when you ain't on the front line and you ain't ducking bullets. It's so easy to make that call.
Right.
So with the age of social media and the times that we living in, man, why can't we just communicate? You know, Zoom them, FaceTime another leader and talk it out. You hear me?
Yeah.
It's so crazy to me because me and my family talk about it. Your country getting bombed on, but you on the Today Show tomorrow morning. Sitting down giving an interview. How is it so safe for you to walk away and move how you want to?
Right, exactly.
You hear me?
Yeah, man.
Are you leading the country? Are you leading the military? Are you trying to be a reality TV star? What are you doing?
They trying to push an agenda, and so that to OTS
people go to war, man.
That to OTS's point about that religious stuff, man. It's not about religion. They gonna try to paint it as religion.
Yes, sir.
You know, like people put all they, vices and self interest. They put that tag on the religion. You know what I'm saying? That this what God want. This was that. Man, anybody that's spent any time in study in the Bible know that that's not what God want for nobody. God is a God of freedom. He a God of peace. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So this war ain't nothing holy about it. That's an oxymoron. All that jihad is a holy war. No. God don't wage war with the weapons of this world. You know what I mean? He set us free and break down strongholds. And everything that we thought was gonna set us free is the opposite of what he do. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't about no religion. It's about
exactly what you say, man. It's about agenda, man.
Agendas,
and everything else.
Somebody want to be
in power. It's very sad that you would use people like that, man, and sacrifice people
and push your own agenda, and you know that it's false. Them leaders and whoever pushing the buttons and say go to war, souping them people up, putting the battery in their back. Man, they know that they not about that life. They know they not real.
And I really tried to be real with it when I tried to think about it and put it on the scale, man. I say, okay, you could come with all the peace talk you want, but what if somebody just keep bombing on you? You know, like we say, when you back somebody in the corner, don't be surprised if they come out swinging. How much can a person take?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So how much talking is they really going to do when you steady killing innocent people?
America surprisingly be behind a lot of the third world country wars. Like they in the outskirts, like in the the under the rug, like certain things with business. Like we got a lot of dealings with the oil. Like a lot of our oil is produced from the Middle East.
Yeah, I know
so
they got a lot of dealings, man. Yes, sir.
So I'm just saying, they surprisingly be having a lot to do with why that stuff be breaking out, but
And that's another thing that I discussed on this show, man. When all these people out here keep on being pawns in that game, man.
Yeah.
You know, letting these people play politics with their life and everything.
Right.
When it come down to your color, you hear me?
Yeah.
Man, it don't matter when that green come into play. Whether you white,
Right.
black,
Thank
red,
you.
brown, they don't
Right.
care nothing about what your color is. You hear
Thank
me?
you, my brother.
And like I said before, just like money and everything else, it only has as much value as we make it have.
Exactly.
It means nothing. You
Yeah.
hear me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I say the term, like I tell people, like Negroid is supposed to be a politically correct term. You hear me?
Right, yeah.
It still bother me
Yeah.
because I still hear part of that other word in
Right.
there. I still hear nigga, Negro, and everything else in that word. You
Yeah,
hear me?
yeah.
So I would want to disassociate myself with it. You hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
That's just like the white man being able to say, well, I didn't say nigger. I said nigga like you.
Right.
You know? I don't like any of it because it
Yeah.
still holds some of that in
Yeah.
there. And I want to get totally 100% away from that.
Right.
So like I said, you saying it because you know it's supposed to have some type of weight of meaning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like Oprah. I'm not offended by the word. I'm only offended because you thought that you were
Right.
disrespecting me
Right.
when you said it.
Yeah.
You knew you
thought
were
you
trying
got
to.
something off.
You thought you got something off. You heard me? It means nothing. You heard me?
Yeah.
Like I tell y'all all the time, the term's colored. It
Right.
only means something because they made it mean something.
Yeah.
Like I said, I passed kindergarten.
Right.
When I went to school, white and pink are colors too.
Right.
So if you white, you colored too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was made to be a derogatory or a politically correct term
Yeah.
that was used for black people.
Yeah.
So man, all this stuff is garbage. Don't get off into them colors, man, because when it come down to it, green is gonna trump whatever.
Yeah.
Excuse my French.
Yeah.
Gonna trump
Yeah.
any color that your skin is, man. Just keeping it all the way
Green
100.
/ greed.
Yeah, you know, greed, cake, and envy. You know, Nelly made a song about it, man. Take a whole bunch of people up out of here, man.
Man, for real, bro.
As somebody trying to call,
Yeah, we got old Don Bo on the line.
is that
But
right?
Before we patch my brother through, man, I just wanted to make that point that it's curious that this attack on Israel
Yes, sir.
came through after they unfroze all of those Iranian assets. And I'm gonna just leave that there for y'all to
Yeah.
Sit
Well, we gonna have to get back to that, brother, because that's real, and that's the only way we're gonna start getting some resolve to a lot of this crap that's going on out here. Is to address it head on and finally get real, man.
Yeah.
You hear me?
right. So now I'm gonna go ahead and patch our brother Don Bo on through.
Okay. Yes.
And we got the bow.
Hello, you are live on the Mikey Justice Show.
Israel Mo.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Today's topic, self-destruction. It really ain't the rap audience that's bugging.
Yes, sir.
It's one or two suckers.
Ignorant brother.
brothers.
Trying to rob and steal from one another.
All right, act like you woke up in here.
Right.
Yes, sir. What's going on, my brother?
Hey, greetings and salutations.
Yes, sir. What you got for me,
OTS.
man?
Phil, Pep, Mikey Justice, man, and y'all doing a great job. I appreciate the platform.
Yes, sir, man.
I was listening to you.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
I have to say I'm a black supremacist, so I guess that makes me racist. I don't know nobody who doesn't have pride in self, right?
Yes, sir.
Whatever you are, if you're a bum, you're gonna say I'm the best bum, and you're gonna put all bums above all other bums. That's just my personal perspective.
Well, you
I
know
don't
what I
have
say.
anybody who.
I think you kind of
What's
said
that?
the same thing. You know, last week I said we all got those vices and addicted personalities, man. I said we want as much of whatever we like as we can. I said if you're fat, you want to go to the buffet as many times as you can.
Right.
If you're a porno star, you want to get freaky as many times as you can, bro. So yeah, I mean, Yeah, you always gonna want what you want. You want to put yourself up there. Self work, self gratification, and all that is a must, brother. And yeah, everybody got a little bit of it in them.
Right. And I was saying that to say that I could be responsible for my actions, right?
Yes, sir.
I don't believe like I mean there's some people that's weak minded easily. When I was a child I was gullible. You could have told me to go jump off a bridge and I would have done it because everybody else done it. Now that I'm an adult, I know I have to weigh the pros and the cons of can I swim? Is that a 30-foot dive? Will my body break in half once I hit the water? I got different things to consider nowadays.
Yes, sir.
How when I was a kid, I was just, like I said,
didn't have a care in the world. We jumped down 10 flights of steps and wouldn't even care. Now, boy, you'll break every bone in your body.
And didn't have the confidence to free think. You know, it was so controlled.
Yes, sir.
That being said, about the police officer shooting in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, that lets you know he's an idiot. And he should be fired.
I agree, man.
He should be reprimanded. And he should pay back some type of restitution. Because he done traumatized these children.
For life.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Say that, brother.
On top of the trauma, now who's going to pay for the resources for counseling and trying to sort that out? And you have to tell them, well, you know, there's idiots in the world. And they do dumb stuff all day, every day.
Hey, bro, it's like crime.
So,
you know what I'm saying? If you get out here and claim you was missing and all that stuff, they want to hold you accountable. You cost extra time. You cost extra money. You put people through it. So, yeah, I agree, man. People like that should be held to the highest.
You know what's funny, though?
Yes, sir.
What I find interesting, I know somebody who's a habitual liar, right? I don't know nobody that asked for a lie, bro. I just don't know anybody that... Yeah, lie to me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
On top of that, and I was saying that to say, I remember when I was younger, like about 5, 6, I was practicing lying, right? And my mama bought me Peter and the Wolf.
All right.
I listened to that record every day, and it changed my life. Because when it dawned on me, you know, he kept crying wolf and crying wolf. And everybody coming out in arms trying to protect him. And the one day, the wolf really came. They was like, he lied.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't going out there, man. He was mauled by the wolf. Because you kept crying wolf, and it wasn't no wolf. Same thing in today's life. Man, you keep crying mental illness, and you're just looking for a scapegoat to do what it is that you want to do.
Oh,
Plus
yeah.
your own agenda. Huh?
But, bro, hey, like we said, you can only play with fire so long. I done seen a lot of people, man, that I knew used to be out there panhandling, had good jobs, just, you know, doing the typical, you know, telling people that they was homeless. Now you ride down the street and they are homeless. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that reality done played out, you know. So how long can you play with fire? If you keep on trying to act like you crazy, yeah, when you get that little one check a month, people telling you how you supposed to move, what you supposed to do, yeah, you're going to learn how crazy you are. You're going to get exactly what you asking for. You hear me? So keep on putting your order in. Somebody going to fill your prescription. It's coming real soon.
What's hilarious to me though, what I had to learn just in life and passing and growing and elevating myself. You know how some people are unhoused and you think they just the bottom of the social class. You know, they might be junkies or alcoholics or whatever. You like, nobody listens to you. Like, what? How can a bum tell me how to be a millionaire? Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You don't know what they went through before you saw them today begging for McDonald's, right?
Right.
What I learned it from my good old neighbor, Rooster.
Yes, sir.
Rooster was the type of person, he was up before everybody else. He woke the birds up type guy.
Yes, sir.
So he seen everything. When everybody sleeps, he up. Said that to say, he seen me going back and forth on the bus to and from school.
Right.
I didn't know he was watching me. I didn't care because I had a destination in mind and a plan.
Yes, sir.
I worked my plan to completion, and when I graduated, he congratulated me. He was like, "Congratulations." I didn't know why parents always press go to school, get an education. I never really understood, why do you tell me to go to school and get an education? And he broke all that down to me.
Yes, sir.
Like I was in the kindergarten and I understood it clearly. However, did I mention he was a junkie?
Mm-hmm.
And he had more knowledge than my parents even gave me.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm grateful for him giving me that information and knowledge because now I know. And I was like, wow, that's what you're supposed to do with life. You're supposed to go make your life better for you and your family so y'all could have gone ahead and build a legacy and live off the legacy that you built. I didn't know that before I talked to him. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's because I almost discounted his presence by looking at his conditions, his present condition that I saw him in.
Right.
I didn't realize this man had lived a life worth telling about. You get what I'm saying?
He had been through some things and he knew some things.
So what it taught me is, man, look, just give people the opportunity to be a part of your life and to so into your life. You'll be surprised what gifts come from them.
Right.
Don't think you know it all. You can still learn. You can learn a lot from a dummy.
Oh, yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Well, we say,
So-
brother, he give me some knowledge, I'll buy him some shoes. Go ahead, Mr. Wendell. Y'all
Right.
already know the song.
Thank y'all for listening, man, and keep moving the chains and winning the game. I'm proud of y'all, man, and I love y'all. Hopefully we'll see y'all at this weekend, Summer Homecoming.
Yes, sir,
celebration.
man. Hey, always appreciate the support, man. Hey, do me that favor, man. I challenged all these guys to make one person subscribe, sign up, man. Do something, man. Say at least one. That's all we need, man. You got one person that got your back and supporting you. It go a long way. And I'm
Yes,
pretty
sir.
sure that everybody that's sitting here and everybody watching know one person that got some type of love and support for them.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm asking y'all to do. It ain't about me. It's about these babies we talk about every day. It's about making an actual better America. So let's get the support going up. See if y'all can get one person that maybe want to, subscribe, show some love, drop a comment, call the show, and we gonna let it do what it do.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you, Don Bo. Thank you for calling, man.
Already much love, 100 of them.
Yes, sir. Till next time.
All righty.
All right, my brother.
Yeah, man. Love the support, man. I don't be caring really what the brother talk about. I do appreciate, that he does have, opinion and always has something to talk about.
Yeah.
But, for the most part, man, I really just appreciate the support, man.
Yes,
so
sir.
thank you again, Don Bo.
Yeah.
Moving on, man, while we got a few minutes, man, story I was going to ask you about. Did you hear about the football coach from here that got shot?
I did.
Because he didn't want to, play the guy's son or whatever and put him in the game.
You know what?
I don't believe it, bro. I say let that be the reason. But yeah, go ahead. What you finna say?
I did know the story behind that, but when the same day it happened, my coach at Tandy's got the phone call on my way home. The ambulances and stuff, police was still outside, was still there. So I knew it was some commotion. I knew somebody got shot, but I didn't know what the situation was, nothing. But I know another little kid that used to box at Woes, and he just say that sometimes, man, people just get out of control. They kid losing, they team losing.
Man,
and people
brother,
don't know how to handle arguments. People don't know how to.
This has
talk
been a
with respect.
long time. Me and him been going to the games, man, for quite a few years now, and it been a good 4 or 5 years. I remember just seeing one of the parents, a female, just go ballistic and no, we done with this organization. I'm taking my son somewhere else.
Yeah.
He don't ride the bench, and that was way before the name, image, and likeness. You hear
Right,
me?
yeah.
As ridiculous as it sound, if everybody could get paid, I don't be blaming them. Yeah, I'm
Right.
9 years old. I want my own tennis shoe. I want to be on a bag of rap snacks.
Right.
I want my own commercial. So that's what they made it. You hear me?
Yeah,
Since
yeah.
everybody getting paid now, you can't trust it. The integrity and the innocence has been removed from the game.
Yeah.
So now you got these parents, once again, like we say, living fantasies to their children.
Yeah.
Man.
You hear me? In 1985, if I didn't get shot 4 times and go to jail, I would have won the Heisman Trophy.
Right.
So I'm finna put Junior on it,
Uh-huh.
beat the hell out of him, soup him up, and make him be
Right.
This same person.
Everything I wanted to be.
Right.
You hear me? So once again, I'm like, what did you really think that you were going to achieve by doing that? Made me think back to the young man who shot up the Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
Because my girlfriend, my baby mama, my boo told me to do it.
Yeah.
So after you put all these kids' life in danger, kill somebody or whatever, go to jail for the rest of your life, probably at least 25, 30 years.
Yeah.
Is you and that broad finna really be together?
Right.
She must have really had that snapback if you was ready to wait your whole life to get some of it.
Yeah.
It is what it is, bro. I mean, yeah. So
She ain't gonna wait.
Yeah,
She
man,
ain't gonna wait no 25 years.
I can't make sense of
and
it.
I wanted to roll a clip of that situation, man, because I want to show you. You know how you just said you didn't know how much it hit home. I don't even know if you honestly know how much that situation hits even more home. Hold on 1 second before you roll it.
Yeah.
The thing about it, man, like, I'm blessed to have this platform. You hear me?
Right.
Like when I did the story about Natalie, you know, I let people know that was the daughter of my friend. I have had a personal connection. I have been in that young lady's life for over 20 years. You hear me? So I had to do my best to keep it professional, make sure she get home safe, and use this platform for what it was.
Right.
And with that being said, like people say, small world all the time. I'm going to tell you how small of a world that it is.
Yeah.
That situation made national news. You hear me?
Yeah.
And the thing about it that's even more close to home, why it really resonate, like we like to say on this show, man, is because that exact team, that young man, Mr. Phil, is a coach of that team. Yes. So he's very close to that. And that situation that went down could have easily been our brother.
Right.
You hear me? So that's why it really hit home. And then it made the national news. What's the guy's name?
Rashad Ritchie.
Yeah, on Indisputable, he showed the whole clip, man, and yeah, it just a lot of things. We broke it down into two parts because the second part of it really hit home with me, man, because I heard so much of that St. Louis mentality come out in the statements that people made about what happened and how it went down.
Right.
And so now, with that being said, check it out, y'all. Phil, roll the clip.
In St. Louis, 30-year-old Shaquille Lattimore, a youth football coach, has been hospitalized in critical but stable condition. He was shot multiple times Tuesday evening by Sherman Park during practice. The violent act allegedly committed by a father who was upset about his son's lack of playing time. All right. Relatives told the St. Louis Dispatch Lattimore has undergone surgery and is now in good spirits. He was shot in the leg, arm, the back, and abdomen. Bullets injuring some of his internal organs, but he is alive and stable. 43-year-old Father Daryl Clemens. So damn sad. He's been charged Wednesday with first-degree assault and armed criminal action. Honestly, he should be charged with attempted murder, in my opinion.
Okay, y'all, we back live. My question is, man, after they said, because he said that he saw the guy continue to reach in his pocket, you hear me? Mm-hmm. And he said, you know, it never really hit, you know, or resonated with him that the guy had a gun until it was too late.
Right.
He said he turned around to try to run. Coward act in my book when you shoot somebody in the back because they're no threat to you.
Yeah,
right. If you still shoot them, to me, you had an agenda. You planned on shooting them.
Yeah.
You hear me? And then what was really disheartening is the way they said he chased him down, stood over him, shot him multiple more times. Mm-hmm. Brother, like I said, I'm not no religious person, but I think that is 100% a blessing from God. Sometimes, man, you just got to deal with stuff that you do out here. Mm-hmm. There's consequences to certain things, and there's bigger powers that you have to answer to. Yeah. That guy wasn't supposed to check out because you're not going to get a chance to press the easy button. Right. It's going to come a day that you got to look that man in his eyes. You hear me?
Right.
A couple of years ago, they passed that sports law protecting those referees, those umpires, and all that, man. Mm-hmm. That should be like some type of law, man. that you get charged to the fullest extent of the law. Because only thing that dude is doing his job.
Yeah.
Now, if he didn't put all the kids in the game, you'd be mad about that. You hear me?
Right.
Because you know how Little League go. Little Junior, everybody gets patted on the head. Everybody gets a T-shirt and a trophy.
Right.
So they would have been mad if he wasn't playing the kids. So he trying to be fair.
Yeah.
For one, he's probably not getting paid, which you know that
No,
like
he's
because
not.
you do. You coach there.
He's not.
You know, if you go over that man and shoot him multiple times, bro, whatever was going on in your deranged mind, you need some serious help. It's premeditated. You was not trying to just, you know, let him know something. You were trying to take that man out. You hear me? And I don't know, brother, and I don't know you personally, but if you are mental, I hope you get the help that you need. But that was very disheartening. It was ridiculous. I don't know what type of lesson you really thought you were teaching your kid or your son.
Nah, man.
But I think you either got a mental issue or you are living your life through your son, and either one is
that's
not
very
good.
Disappointing, man. Just
disappointing, man. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, it is because it. You know, we'll. I guess we got this other clip.
Yeah, we got another part of the clip. I just wanted, cause man, I hope this. If y'all heard this, man, just understand where we at, St. Louis. This is the stupidity and attitude and mentality that we have. It sounds just like the crap that I hear on a daily basis. You hear me? Mm-hmm. So once again, man, with that being said, roll the clip, brother.
In St. Louis, 30-year-old Shaquille Lattimore. At Tuesday's practice, Lattimore and Clemens had his back. Lattimore said Clemens had his back turned and kept reaching into his pocket, the pocket of his sweatsuit before opening fire. Quote, I didn't see his gun until it was already too late, Lattimore said. I ran and he shot me in the back. I fell and he shot me a couple of more times. Once again, as I said, he should have been charged with murder, attempted murder. Lattimore said Clemens then stood over him, taunting him and pacing back and forth. After he shot me, Lattimore recalled, he was like, I told you I was going to pop your. Lattimore said some of the other adults shielded him. Those are heroes. And Clemens then ran off. Lattimore said Clemens coached the team a few years ago before Lattimore joined as a coach. After every game, he would try to critique me, Lattimore said. Lattimore's mother, Miko Lattimore, said she was familiar with Clemens from his antics at previous practices. He was a little extra, she said. You always knew he was there. End quote. Of the shooting, she said, quote, it's senseless. We're supposed to be bringing these kids off the streets and teaching them what to do, what not to do. We've got all these kids traumatized because their coach was shot in front of them. He could have easily hit one of those children. Ms. Lattimore said her son did not play favorites. Quote, Shaquille is one of those fair coaches. So he tries to rotate all of the kids in. That's the idea of recreational sports, by the way. The parent was a little unhappy and wanted his kid to do more than someone else and was upset the way things were being done. Let's put up the GoFundMe. His family and friends are trying to raise money for his medical bills. We are part of that extended village. We are his family and friends as well.
All right, y'all, we back live. And I hope y'all got a chance to really check that clip out, man. I heard so much of St. Louis in that it made me sick to my stomach. You hear me? I had a partner a couple of years ago, man, 40, 50 years old. I won't say his name, but a lot of people real familiar with him. But a lot of times we would go play basketball, man, and this dude was already like 40 or 50. Mm-hmm. And I would hear him be like, man, I should have bought my pistol up here, man. I'm finna pop one of these little all that, man. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking like, dude, you supposed to be way past that at 40, 50 years old. Yeah. You shouldn't still be gang banging. You shouldn't be other stuff. You hear me? Mm-hmm. But he would always have some reason to be in a static type of situation. Mm-hmm. And it was just a little bit too much for me. Couple of years back, he ended up being in the store. Young guy jumped him in the line. It started a confrontation. Next thing you know, dude pulled out the pistol, murk my homie at 40, 50 years old.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, going through your life, where I come from, in the mean streets of North St. Louis,
Yeah.
bro, we blessed to see 21, 25.
Yeah.
If you live to make it to 40, 50, I would think that you should be way past being out here gang banging. Right. But when I hear that, oh, nigga, I heard this motherfucker. That's that same mentality that I hear all day in St. Louis.
Right.
Yeah.
Is it because we wore that title of being the murder capital? Turn your freak level down, turn your tough down, dog. You don't have to be so hard about everything.
Yeah.
You're not no superhero.
Yeah.
You're not the toughest person ever made. You're not the only person that ever had a gun. You hear me? Chill out.
Yeah.
And then did you hear she say every time he came around, he had to be seen. He was a little extra. Come on, y'all. Y'all from the Lou. If that ain't the St. Louis word, he extra. He being extra.
Yeah.
We grabbing her, we rolling neck. You doing too much.
Right.
So that's what Lil Mama was saying. You doing too much, bro.
Yeah.
You always had to be seen. It's always something. You always criticized.
Right.
You always came with some extra.
Right.
So y'all should have been watching y'all back. Now you know what's up. Don't give nobody no extra when they doing all that. Tell somebody. Come around, watch this person because they doing too much and they making it more than they need to be. You hear me?
Right.
Over a kid, man.
Yeah.
I wanted y'all to hear the lady say, the guy just trying to be fair.
Yeah.
That ain't just nothing that lady saying. That's her son laying there with bullets in him.
Yeah.
He doing interviews. All he worried about is getting back to them kids, man. He dedicated.
Yeah.
And ain't getting a dime for doing it. You hear me?
Yeah.
Right.
With that breath that he got, barely holding on. Mama, it wasn't like that. I ain't trying to do nothing to this man.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be fair and let all these kids play. You hear me?
Right.
I'm trying to make sure everybody get a T-shirt and a trophy.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all. Regular stuff.
Yeah,
Regular
man.
stuff. So what were you trying to achieve by that? So next week when he die, they gonna get a new coach and he'll give your son all the minutes. Or when he don't die and he come back next week, you know what? You're right, buddy. Your son is the greatest thing in the world. I'm gonna put him in there. You know what? Sit everybody down and let his son go out there and play by himself.
Yeah.
Right.
You block, you throw your own touchdown, you do everything.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, start a team for your son if he that great.
Right.
And that's why it's so disappointing, man, because this guy, man, he's not a stranger to the organization. He's not a stranger to coaching. You know what I'm saying? You heard in the description that he coached the team prior. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And so, you know, me being a coach up there, I've seen him. You know what I'm saying? I interacted with him. This is the last person that I would have ever thought would have done something like that, man.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, really?
Brother, I'm blessed that you didn't get caught up in that. I don't
Yeah,
want
man.
nobody to get caught up in it, you know, but I ain't gonna never say that, you know, everybody just lie all the time. I'm glad that my family, you know, being that close to it, didn't have to go through it.
Yeah.
Sorry that anybody had to go through it, man.
Yeah, man,
It's traumatizing. I appreciate you being a coach, man. I hope that it's something that you're able to say to your team, those kids being that close to it, man.
Yeah.
This stuff made national news, brother.
Yeah.
And I just felt like with this platform, it's only right for us to try to address it,
Yeah.
talk about it, man. We gonna put the GoFundMe information up there. I might make some type of post where y'all, if y'all want to donate, God feel something in your heart that want y'all to give some money to those kids, to that guy. I make sure all of it go there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's about that time for us to get off the air. I mean, if you want to, we could play 3 out of 5 ain't bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think a good thing to do, man. Win or lose, donate that $50 to the cause, man.
Yeah.
If you could get them all right, then we'll make it 100, man.
All
so
right.
just to have a little bit of fun, man. We
Yeah,
play
end it
3
up
out of
like
5 ain't bad, man.
But you know what else though that made national news? Same organization, City Rec. A hell of a play from one of the players.
Oh, yeah.
One hand interception. I think it made top play on Sports Center.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll check
So
that
y'all
out,
check
man.
that out.
No, we'll check it for them, but they can
Yeah.
check it if they want.
Yeah.
If it did, we'll make sure we show that clip or something next week
Yeah.
or sometime in the future. Are you ready to play 3 out of 5 ain't bad? my
Let's
brother?
play.
Okay, question number 1. What year did the Rams win the Super Bowl?
1998.
Okay. Second question. When was the last time the Cardinals won the World Series?
2011.
Okay, question number 3. What is that?
Does Mikey Justice need glasses? Yes.
No, I don't need glasses, bro. I need to learn how to write. I said, what year was the Metrolink founded in St. Louis?
Ooh, you got me on that one. I'm gonna say Metro, which replaced Bi-State, right?
No. Well, Metro did replace Bi-State Development, but I said, what year was the Metrolink started?
92.
Okay, last question.
Uh-huh.
Who did McCarthy replace as Speaker of the House?
Nancy Pelosi.
Okay, now we're going to go back to the other question. Name the last 3 mayors in the city of St. Louis.
The last 3. We got Tatasha Jones.
Yes, sir.
We got Lyda Cruzen. And we got Francis Slay.
Yes, sir. So I'm gonna go back. You said number 1. I said, what year did the Rams win the Super Bowl? You said 98. Boom, 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 boom.
It was a 99.
It was 99. So you missed that. I said last time the Cardinals won the World Series. You said 2011.
Yep.
You are absolutely right, my brother.
Abs.
That Chinese chicken scratch that I couldn't read was one of the last 3 mayors in the city of St. Louis. You said Tatasha Jones. You were right. You said Lyda Cruz, and you were right. And you said Mayor Francis Slay. You were right. So you have 2 so far, my brother.
All right.
What year did the Metrolink come into existence in St. Louis? You were 1 year off, my brother.
91.
It was 93.
Oh, well, how about that?
If I'm not mistaken, they said that they did do a test run in 92. And Clinton came to St. Louis when he was the president.
Yeah,
but see, I was gonna give you that one. But you still answered the last one right anyway. Who replaced McCarthy as Speaker? Who did he replace? Yes, Nancy Pelosi.
Right on.
And this game is called 3 out of 5 ain't bad.
So 3 out of 5 ain't bad.
Yeah, you got 4, so you did really good. So
right on.
We will be donating $50 to my man's GoFundMe page. We'll make sure we put the receipt up there so y'all don't think that we're bluffing.
Just fluffing.
I'd like to thank everybody for watching. That's our time. OTS, Mr. Odell, I appreciate y'all. You sitting in the house with us. And I'm serious, ladies. I'm gonna get that day hooked up for y'all. The boy like that's how.
Put it in the comments.
Hey, you see, we got the female version coming out too with all the top ones in hip hop. You know, this is our light skinned Keisha right here. And so hey, stay tuned, my man OTS in the house. They appreciate you, brother. Hey, thanks again, Phil. Once again, happy early birthday to my brother, man. And thank everybody for the support. Thank y'all for watching. This has been the Mikey Justice Hour, and we out.
Peace.
Peace.